On a cold February night in 2004, a young woman vanished on a quiet road in rural New Hampshire. Her name was Maura Murray. She was a 21-year-old college student. Her car was found crashed. Someone spoke to her just minutes before police arrived. And then, she was gone. No footprints in the snow. No signs of struggle. No confirmed sightings for more than 20 years. What happened to Maura Murray? Was this an accident? A plan to disappear? Or something far more sinister? This is one of the most haunting missing persons cases in American history. Let's go back to the beginning. Maura was a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She was smart, athletic, and deeply loved by her family. But just days before she disappeared, something changed. She crashed her father's car late at night. She received a mysterious phone call at work that left her in tears. And she began making unusual preparations. Then, she packed up her car with clothes, textbooks, and alcohol. She emailed her professors saying there was a family emergency. But there was no emergency. So why was she leaving? On February 9, 2004, Maura got in her car and drove north toward New Hampshire's White Mountains. She didn't tell anyone where she was going. Around 7:30 p.m., in the town of Haverhill, a local resident heard a loud crash. Maura's car had skidded off the road into a snowbank on Route 112. A nearby school bus driver named Butch Atwood stopped and offered help. Maura refused. She said she had already called AAA, but there was no cell service in that area. She couldn't have called anyone. Butch drove home and called the police. When officers arrived just 7 to 10 minutes later, Maura was gone. Her car was locked. There were no footprints in the snow. No blood. No sign of a struggle. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. The search for Maura began quickly, but many believe it was flawed from the start. The crash scene wasn't secured as a crime scene. Evidence may have been lost. A search dog tracked Maura sent up the road for about 100 yards, and then the trail vanished. Some locals said they saw a red pickup truck in the area that night. Others claimed to have heard something strange. But nothing was confirmed. Years passed. The case exploded online. Web sleuths, Reddit forums, podcasts, everyone had a theory. But police were tight-lipped. They said there was no evidence of foul play. But Maura's family never believed that. Her father, Fred Murray, launched his own search. He hired private investigators. He went door to door. He still believes someone took his daughter. So what really happened to Maura Murray? Let's look at the three major theories. Maura may have been overwhelmed and wanted to disappear. She had cash, directions to Vermont, and packed belongings. Maybe she just walked away and never looked back. But if that's true, how has she never been found? Not even a trace in 20 years. Many believe Maura accepted a ride from someone, maybe someone she knew. Or worse, a stranger with bad intentions. There were no tracks, no witnesses. It could have happened fast. Some say she panicked, ran into the forest, and died from exposure. But after years of searches with dogs, helicopters, and volunteers, no remains were ever found. No clothes. No backpack. Nothing. In the years since, Maura's disappearance has become one of America's most talked about cold cases. She has been featured in documentaries, podcasts, TV specials, and countless YouTube videos. In 2021, the FBI finally created a missing persons page for her case. But her family still has no answers. Fred Murray continues to search for the truth. He believes the case was mishandled, and that someone knows what happened that night on Route 112. It's been over 2 decades since Maura vanished. And yet, her story still haunts people across the country. Was she planning to escape her life? Did someone take her? Or did the woods of New Hampshire claim her that night? The truth remains just out of reach. If you have any information about Maura Murray, please contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. And if this case moved you, consider subscribing for more stories like this, as we continue to explore the most chilling and unresolved crimes in America.